The Telangana BJP MLA T. Raja Singh was today arrested for his alleged derogatory comments against the Prophet Muhammad following protests in Hyderabad last night demanding action against him. A case was registered against Mr. Singh under various sections of the Indian Penal Code pertaining to promoting enmity between different groups on grounds of religion, deliberate and malicious acts intended to outrage religious feelings of any class by insulting its religion or religious beliefs, and criminal intimidation, among others. The BJP suspended Mr. Singh soon after the arrest. According to various reports, protests broke out in front of the office of the police commissioner and other parts of Hyderabad. Many leaders in the AIMIM, including their legislators and corporators, reached police stations where protests took place, and action was sought against T. Raja Singh.
क्या ये ऑफिशियल पॉलिसी बन चुकी है कि नुपुर शर्मा से उनका दिल नहीं भरा तो अभी अपने विधायक से बोलने लगा रहे हैं। हम जानते हैं कि रात भर कितना मुश्किलात का सामना हमारे पूरे पार्टी के जिम्मेदारों को करना पड़ा, कितना गम और गुस्सा लोगों में है। हर आदमी आज उसके आंख में आंसू है कि भाई आखिर भाजपा को अगर अपनी सियासी रोटी सेकना था तो प्रॉफेट मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के बारे में ये गंदगी क्यों बक रहे हैं, और आप लोगों को दिल आजारी कर रहे हैं, लोगों को तकलीफ पहुंचा रहे हैं। नहीं, हमारा डिमांड एक ही है कि भाजपा इस तरह की हरकतें करना छोड़ दे। देश की जनता देख रही है कि आप कैसे एक समुदाय के खिलाफ और प्रॉफेट मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के खिलाफ आप कितनी नफरत करते हैं।
Well, joining us now, P.K.D. Nambiar. Thanks very much for being with us. Why was it really necessary once again for any BJP leader or anybody affiliated with the party to make these remarks which result in a situation like what we've seen in Hyderabad? Why was it necessary at all?
Well, I agree with you, Vishnu, that it is very unfortunate. But we should also understand that BJP is a large party with millions of workers and thousands of MLAs and councillors to all of them. So, but I think this is a little people who wanted to really create and become a star. This is becoming a fashion that people can become a star while giving such kind of a comments. But they are not understanding what this can cost to the society and as a overall communal fabric of our country. I think I appreciate the decision of the BJP. I think this is expected. This is what we expect from a national party or a strong party, which is the ruling party. And they have done an extremely good job and shown the world that yes, there is no means no when it comes to communal creating communal disharmony comments.
Well, you're also joined by the national spokesperson of the AIMIM, Mr. Wadis Pathan. Thanks so very much for being with us. Can you hear me, Mr. Pathan? Mr. Pathan, the point that P.K.D. Nambiar was saying, that look, the BJP has acted responsibly. Is that satisfactory for you? Is it good enough that this man is been suspended? Mr. Pathan, can you hear me? All right, we'll try and come back. Mr. Pathan, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, the thing is, first and foremost, I'll condemn the statement, the derogatory remarks made against our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam by the BJP's legislature, who's a habitual offender. By his words spoken, he's hurt the sentiments of billions of Muslims, not only in India, all around the world. And I also condemn the statements which provoke violence. Certain people use that. All the statements which lead to violence are condemnable. Let me tell you one thing. The BJP has not learned from Nupur Sharma. Nupur Sharma made a statement the entire country had to face the ire of the other countries in the world like Oman, Qatar and all. They all criticized her. Our ambassador said caught. But what happened to her? She was not sent to jail. Today also what has happened? Raja Singh has just been suspended. 10 days notice has been given to him. So where are we leading to? And what does the BJP want? The BJP is trying to create a communal flare-up in our great nation.
No, but Mr. Pathan, I think it is important to say that in the case of Nupur Sharma, the action took place after 10 days against her by the BJP. In this case, it's been what? Less than 24 hours. So is that perhaps a recognition in the BJP that this sort of thing is unacceptable? It cannot go on.
But one thing is very clear, the BJP, the entire nation has seen that the BJP is anti-Muslim, anti-Islam. Because without the consent of the senior leaders, such kind of statements cannot be made by such this Raja Singh. Who is he? Why does he make such kind of statement? So that is why I say they want to disturb the communal harmony of our great nation. That he is arrested, but we want stringent punishment for him. It should not happen that tomorrow he is granted bail. Nobody knows. Like the Dharam Sansad people, Narsingaran came out on bail and again he started spewing venom. Several occasions, Raja Singh, there are FIRs against him, but he is out. There should be strict as action to ensure that such kind of statements are not given by any other person in near future. Then only we can say that yes, the BJP is serious. But no, I don't think so. The BJP will definitely see to it that some communal front take place in the country, and that is what their agenda is since the beginning. Where have they spoken about the development or anything about the country? Only on the things of this communal disharmony. They have come up so far. Why no strict action? Why Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister of our country, is silent? Why no condemnation? Yep. A cricketer's thumb got injured and he tweeted, but today no tweet for him. When the entire Muslim Ummah, the entire country, he has heard the sentiments. No condemnation from the Prime Minister.
Okay, let me get PKD Nambiar as well over there. Just half a second. You know, there was also this criticism of his about, on the comedian Munawar Farooqi. He attempted to disrupt Munawar Farooqi's show in Hyderabad. That was allowed to go on. In fact, unfortunately, shows of his couldn't happen in Mumbai subsequently. But is this the regressive India that we really seek? An India where comedians cannot joke, where, polarization is the norm, where people who are fully aware of what's happening around them still decide to go ahead and take extremist positions. What does that say about us? Mr. Nambiar, isn't that a larger worry? Can't we just be happy with each other?
Absolutely, Vishnu. It's a wonderful question. The only challenge is that making a joke on a comedy show by a comedian is always welcome. That's the kind of a country we have been. But then the problem is that when it becomes with one community, that is a Hindu community, a Hindu god and goddesses have been mocked to make as a joke on his comedy platform, then there is so much of, there is no issue. Then that becomes a secularism. But the moment you are now seeing it, I'm not talking about one particular incident or another incident. The moment we are talking about another religion, then there is क्या है जो आपका सिर कट जाएंगे, आपका हाथ कट जाएंगे, आपको इस दुनिया में रहने नहीं देंगे. So I think we need to be neutral when we are talking about the secularism. This is applicable for every community, every religion. If you are mocking, if you are making a comedy out of a Hindu religion or a Hindu god and goddesses, the other religion or the one who is already making that.
All right. So you say that humor or comedy shouldn't trigger religious sentiments. There are others who would suggest that we need to be accepting of what a comedian does, irrespective of the religious sort of undertones or overtones which are used. Why are we so intolerant, sir?
Vishnu,
is a comedian really harming us that badly that we as a nation, which has celebrated democracy for so long, cannot tolerate this? Aren't we regressing,
in fact,
sir?
Your question has the answer in it. I am only saying that, of course, I like comedy, you like comedy, we all wanted to be in that kind of a state of mind. But then why is it only one particular religion, supposed to be the majority religion, their god and goddesses can be mocked, whereas the other religion or any other religion, the moment you even put up a word, have you seen any mock of any other religion?
I may not have, but I'm pretty sure that comedians mock other religions as well. Be that as it may, and I'm sure many comedians in India do the same thing, sir.
Why don't we have a neutral society wherein every religion should also be ready to accept criticism? That is the beauty of 2022.
Right. Absolutely, accept criticism, sir. That's the key point. Look,
the regressive is that when a
religion, I'm running out of time. But it's great speaking to you, and Varis Pathan, thanks very much for being with us as well.